meaning of this?
There's a party going on here.
You can't come barging in here with the police like that.
The hell I can't.
Scorpio, this is private property. Where's your warrant?
I have reason to believe there's a murderer in this house. Now get out of my way and you guys follow me.
Just a minute.
Lie down, quick. All right, just a second. Everybody back. This is official police business. Now, let's clear a path. Excuse me. Please.
Great. He's great. Get him on the couch.
Wait, just a minute. Oh, put him down. Oh, easy. I got him. You got him, Rick.
What is it, Rick? What is it?
I do, sir. He's been shot.
I'll call the ambulance. Excuse me. Excuse me.
They weren't working a while ago.
Well, it is now. Who is he?
A man named Tolliver.
This is Dr. Hardy. Need an ambulance at number 66 Harbor View Road. An alert OR. It's a gunshot victim. Police are already on the scene.
What is going on here, Commissioner?
No comment.
Who shot him?
The man was shot while attempting to flee the scene of a crime.
Well, do we get a name?
Crane Tolliver.
What did he do?
If he lives, he'll be arrested for murder.
Susan Moore's, I'll take it.
You'll get my press statement tomorrow.
Robert, is there anything we can do?
Yeah, look, you can help me clear this whole place out.
Right.
Excuse me, everybody. I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Right away, please.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How long for the ambulance?
I'm afraid it's going to take a while. Flooding is still around. The hospital power lines are down. It's a mess.
What about the rest of us?
Well, most of the problems are in the hospital area. The rest of you shouldn't have too much trouble if you stay on the surface streets.
You sure there's nothing we can do, Robert? Just leave and give us some room. Okay, we're out of here. Come on.
Excuse me, Commissioner. Is it true what everybody's saying the man in there is Susan's murderer?
That's right.
You absolutely sure?
I've been sure for several days. Tonight I got the proof.
Well, yet you haven't let Scotty go.
I had to. He was all part of the plan, a plan which would have worked a whole lot better if he'd have stayed in jail instead of getting out on bail.
What's that all about?
You better talk to Scotty about that. He's at Susan's cottage with Heather. I imagine they're probably having quite a chat.
Does that man's condition in there have anything to do with Scotty and Heather?
Again, you'll have to talk to him about that. Excuse me. I'm probably needed in the next room. Crane, can you hear me?
Robert, stop that, please.
He may have relevant information.
He is not going to be saying anything for quite some time.
Pulse.
Weak.
Is he going to make it?
We'll do our best. Mark, give me a hand with this jacket.
I'll take that.
This?
Yes, the coat. Police evidence.
Oh, yes, yes, of course, Commissioner. I was just trying to be helpful.
Good, then please stay out of the way.
I don't mean to be rude, but you know, this is my house.
Which has been temporarily requisitioned at this point in time. Now, we'll give it back to you when we've finished. Oh, Jimmy Lee. 1 second.
Well, I was wondering how long it'd be before you got to me.
Did you say anything?
When?
When you found him. You couldn't have gotten him in here by yourself. He had to be conscious.
Just barely. He was too weak to say anything.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. He was hurt. He was real bad. He didn't say anything.
Where were you going?
I was just going to see if I had something I could dry off with.
Could you just hold on that a second? I'd like you to take one of my officers back to the spot that you found him and then retrace your steps. He may have dropped something.
Like what?
I'll know when I find it. Officer?
Yes, sir.
Could you take this gentleman back to the spot that he found the suspect and do a search of the area from there back to here? Do you reckon you can retrace your steps exactly?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too much trouble.
Good, then you better go now before the rain gets too heavy.
Yes, sir. Listen, if he dropped some, would have found it.
We started down near the river. We worked tree line for a while and then fanned out through the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
We even saw the footprints where he went across the mud to get to me.
Still, we couldn't find anything.
Nothing between the bushes and the house.
We retraced our steps exactly.
Through the bushes, up across the lawn, into the patio, nothing.
Maybe if we knew what you were looking for, I don't know.
When I find it.
You must have known something about this. Well, I knew something was going to happen, but I wasn't ready for anything this exciting. It's quite a husband you have there. He's certainly full of surprises. He handles himself well, too. I like a man who gets things done his own way. He not only has the situation under control, he's under control. Oh, we are talking about Robert, aren't we? I'm sorry, who? You were talking about Robert? Why, yes, of course. But you must tell me more about Jimmy Lee. How does he fit into all this? You'll have to ask him yourself.
I just might.
Where's that ambulance?
Stalled in deep water. They're sending another.
Great.
Is he going to be all right, Dr. Weber?
Lila, he's resting comfortably.
Robert, I know this is an unusual request, but could I have a word with him? It's been 40 years, you know, and I think a moment or two alone together, it would mean everything, and I think it would do us both some good.
Rick?
As long as she doesn't upset him.
Okay, love. 2 minutes. No more.
Thank you, Robert. Maggie, back to the living room, please.
Well, what in the hell are you doing here?
Oh, come on, Commissioner. You set somebody up. Certainly they're entitled to see the outcome.
You are not seeing anyone.
You mean I don't get to meet the guy who sent me to jail for the last 2 weeks? Don't worry, I don't want to finish him off. I just want to shake his hand.
Baldwin, I really don't have time for you.
That's funny, because that's all you had from me while I was in jail. I want to talk to... No, in fact, I demand to talk to this guy, Scorpio.
Talk to Heather. She has the whole story.
Yeah, well, I find it hard to believe that our police commissioner would subject an innocent girl to a homicidal maniac.
You're referring to the setup, of course.
Yeah, where do you get off endangering her life like that?
Scott,
No one forced her.
That's not the way I heard it.
I volunteered, Scotty.
That's because he threatened you.
No one threatened anyone. I needed help, and Heather was the logical candidate.
You handled this in an unethical manner, and if I wanted to pursue it, you could find yourself in big trouble.
Now who's making threats?
Well, police commissioners have lost their jobs for a lot less than that.
Does this police commissioner look particularly worried?
Well, you ought to worry about it. You ought to be thinking about suffering the consequences here.
Were you prepared to suffer the consequences if I hadn't gone through with it?
Me?
You needed Tolliver's confession a damn sight more than I did. Not only did that prove him guilty, it also proved you innocent.
Yeah, but you knew I was innocent right from the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah, that wouldn't have stopped me from holding you till I got my man.
I love the way you run the department. You know, first thing I thought that you just threw the book out. Now I don't think you ever read it.
Come on, Scotty. Let's just leave. Look, you're out of jail, and the murderer's been caught.
Yes, for which I am truly grateful to Heather.
I bet you are.
Get out of here, you lying tramp.
You don't know the whole story.
I know enough.
Do you know that it was Heather that helped me trap Tolliver?
Heather doesn't do anything except if it's going to help her hide.
Perhaps, but in the sordid process, she saved a few others, namely yours, Edwards, and Allen's.
I don't care. I want her out of here, and I want her to take you with her.
But we're going, Monica. Don't worry about that. First, I want Scorpio to tell me what's going to happen to this Tolliver guy.
Well, if it interests you, first you'll be taken to hospital and then charged. Of course, if he requests a lawyer, I'll throw up your name.
Well, thank you, but there's a conflict of interest there.
Which is?
I want to see this guy burn just as much as you do, Scorpio. We'll see you around. Thank you for the hospitality. Do it again sometime.
No, you won't.
Come on, Scotty.
She was a big help to me.
Don't know how much longer we can wait.
Moving him ourselves is totally out of the question. That bullet is lodged next to a vital organ.
Oh,
Lie still. Just lie still.
Lila.
She's not here.
I won't ever tell her that.
We will, but you lie still. Just relax. No. Slow. Easily.
I was prepared for something, but I didn't expect anything like this.
Neither did I.
What happened?
We trapped him into a confession at Susan's, but Scotty surprised me and Tolliver got away.
You're the one who shot him?
Yeah.
You didn't have any choice.
Oh, I suppose not. If this damn storm hadn't come along, I'd have had him in jail by now instead of lying there bleeding to death.
You caught him. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I suppose you're right. There's still a few missing pieces.
What?
Something which is making the Quartermains act very suspiciously.
Can you handle it from here?
Sure, why don't you go on, Hobart, please?
You mind if I ride in the ambulance?
Robert, there isn't room or the need. He's going to be in OR half the night. The other half the night, he'll be in recovery. I'll keep you posted.
You got my number?
Sure. He's conscious tomorrow, and you can ask him all the questions you want to.
I would like to post a guard outside his door.
Well, that's fine.
We're ready to roll, Doctor.
All right, I'm on my way.
Thank you, Rick. I'll call you. Thank you. Thanks.
Ready to go?
Yes, love. I'd just like to say good night to the Quartermains first. Most sorry to have busted up your party.
Yeah, it's quite all right. We understand how these things happen.
And actually, it was rather exciting. Don't you think?
Oh, yes, it was very exciting.
Well, at least you have your murder.
Yes, now you can move on to more important cases and things.
After I've wrapped up all the details on this one.
Well, you've got your killer. What more do you want?
A few answers to a few nagging questions. Ready, Holly?
Yes, of course. Good night, all, and thank you.
Don't mention it. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Oh, well,
Move
once
it.
again, I'm most sorry.